What is up, you guys? Thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Tara and I talk about deprogramming from 12-step, harm reduction, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So today I actually wanted to talk to you guys about something because in June I am doing something that I haven't done before, or that I haven't done since I was a 12-stepper, and that is that I am going to be going to a sober cornhole tournament, and I'm going to be doing a harm reduction. Like, I'm going to be tabling, have my harm reduction table there. But the thing is that typically, like, sober events are frequented by a lot of 12-steppers. So I'm a little nervous, but also, like, I feel like it's going to be a good thing because, you know, for the most part, I think that Narcan and fentanyl test strips and CPR face masks are not very confrontational, right? It's not like I'm going to be wearing like a Reject the Dogma t-shirt or anything, not in an event like that. And I was thinking too that I do want to provide some harm reduction handouts, but, you know, kind of tailor it to that type of audience, right? Like, kind of almost like a brief intro to harm reduction, because I do feel like a lot of them just misunderstand what harm reduction really is, right? After sharing on social media and seeing how many people had very similar experiences to me, and hearing how many people continue to work the program because they thought they had no choice, I'm sure there will be some people at that event that may think that 12-step is the only way to do recovery. So I'm going to have, you know, a list of 12-step alternatives, like just a whole bunch of information, so that maybe if somebody is struggling, they can see that there are other pathways to recovery and other ways that they can get help, right? So I think it's going to be a good thing, you know, and it's not till June, so I do have a little bit of time to prepare for it, because I'm going to need some time to prepare for it. The other thing is, you know, it's making me kind of not rethink the direction of some of my content, but kind of rethink of how I respond to certain things, like especially to people on TikTok, like some of these 12-steppers on TikTok. If I want to, because like typically, like with my harm reduction outreach, right, like I do it more in like a overdose prevention training, like, or like I table at dispensaries, like places that aren't abstinent based recovery, right? So getting involved in the sober community is different than what I've been doing, you know? And so I have to, but I think it's important, I think it's necessary. You know, as far as like some of the stuff that I talk about online, like, my goal has always been just to let other people know who had a horrendous experience in 12-step, or who didn't find recovery in 12-step and thought it was a them problem. I just always wanted to let those people know that you're not alone. Like, whatever you've done afterwards is completely valid. Like, you know, all recovery looks like people live their lives after addiction in all sorts of different ways. And you don't have to fit into this little tiny recovery box, because statistically speaking, even though we've been brainwashed to believe all these things, like, most people don't live that 12-step 100% abstinent life after having a substance use disorder, right? And so once I found that out, when I first started speaking online, because when I first started speaking online, like, I didn't know that much about harm reduction. You know, to me, harm reduction was Narcan and fentanyl test strips. Like, I thought that's what harm reduction was. Like, I didn't know it was like a whole set of principles and, like, you know, backed by so much evidence and all this stuff, right? Once I learned that 12-step wasn't like statistically the end all be all of recovery, it completely changed, you know, how I spoke about it, because I was like, I have facts, science, data, and truth on my side. I think that this event is going to kind of, you know, determine, am I going to continue to try to go to more sober abstinent based events, you know, and do my harm reduction table there, or stick to, you know, overdose prevention trainings at like restaurants and table at dispensaries, and, you know, try to get into some liquor stores and stuff like that. You know, I don't know how it's going to go, but I really feel like it is an opportunity to bridge this gap, because unfortunately, not all 12-steppers, but there's a loud group of 12-steppers that are against harm reduction and are against evidence-based treatment. but I don't want to, like, in the local 12-step community, you know, as I start going to these events, be known as the girl who shits all over 12-step on the internet. And like I know that I don't, or at least I try really hard not to like shit all over it. I'm just trying to bring the facts and my experience and the experience of other people. And unfortunately, it just makes 12-step look bad. You know what I mean? So that is like my only, like I feel like there I can be fine. Maybe I just won't like put any information that links back to my social media. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. I got a little bit of time to kind of figure out how I want to approach this, but I don't know. I guess I'm gonna wrap this up. I just you know, it's almost fucking 3 o'clock, really. This is disgusting. I wasted another day, you know, and I even like when I took my shower, I was like, I'm not even gonna flat iron my hair, because flat ironing my hair, I can like let that take me like 2 hours, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna waste my time flat ironing my hair. Like, I'm just gonna go with the natural curls today, because I don't really like my hair curly. I know people always like, oh, like people with straight hair always want curly hair, and people with curly hair, or at least this girl with curly hair, always wants straight hair. I just, you know, and I have worked so hard to like plan out and schedule my day. Well, I didn't like do that for today because I was thinking about it, because I felt like I was setting myself up for failure doing that on my, you know, couple of days off that I have, that I'm trying to work on just all the shit that I'm trying to work on. But then I noticed that like scheduling the times is kind of fucking me up too, because then I'm like, oh, I'm so behind, you know. So now I'm trying to just like have my top three. I mean, granted it's blank and this is Wednesdays, but like I have my to-do list, I have my schedule, but then like I have my top three, right? And I was like, if every day that I just get those top three, whatever they are, like obviously on the days that I work 11 hours, I'm not going to really have a top three of things to do, but I swear, like I'm just a mess. I mean, you know, what can I say? But I'm working on it. So, yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great day.